Now we take our next topic, ionic bonding. It is also called as electrovalent bond. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. What is this ionic bond or electrovalent bond? See, we can take one example, suppose NaCl, formation of sodium chloride compounds. If it is sodium atom, what is electronic configuration? 281. So what happens? Sodium can lose one electron from sodium plus ion. We'll have 28. It is noble gas, neon configuration. Then Cl atoms can gain one electron and they will form negative ions. Cl negative ion. It have configuration 287. Outermost shell of chlorine, it require one electron for completing the next noble gas configuration. So it gain one electron from Cl negative ion, which will have configuration 288. That the basic requirement, or we can take common points in ionic compounds, that one of the element have outermost shell 1 or 2 electrons which are lost easily and they form positive ions, cations, and second elements normally have requirement of 1 or 2 electrons. In some case they may gain 3 electrons as well, but in general they will take 1 or 2 electrons and then they form negative ions. In doing so, when one atom form cation, second atom form anion, both the element try to have noble gas configuration and they form these anions and cations. Now these ions are having in them electrostatic attraction force. That electrostatic attraction force which hold together ions together is called as ionic bond. So what is definition of ionic bond? It can be taken as ionic bond. It is electrostatic attraction force between cations and anions holding together atoms. In fact, we have ions, not atoms here, but this can be taken. Ionic bond is a kind of bonding between the anions and cations. It is Cl negative is called anion, sodium plus is cation. Now, which kind of elements can form covalent with this ionic bonds? Let us take some requirements of ionic bonds. If we take the conditions to favor ionic bonds. Conditions to favor ionic bond. In the conditions, first we can take here one of the element is having low ionization enthalpy, of one of the atoms or atoms of one element. So what happens? Why it is required? Because in such case they form cations easily, and second, other element have other contained atoms have high electron gain enthalpy. High electron gain enthalpy is negative value more. High negative electron gain enthalpy, because this condition will favor or will help in the formation of anions easily. It helps in formation of anions easily, it form anions easily. So one of the element form cations easily, second kind of atom form anions easily. When they form ions and they form cations and anions easily, and then these ions are having in them electrostatic attraction force. That force is called ionic bond. So that is first most requirement here, low ionization enthalpy, and other atoms should have high electron gain enthalpy. And normally what happens in ions formation, the element should normally acquire noble gas configuration. That ions tend to have noble gas configuration. Both the ions try to have noble gas configuration. To see this point with more elaborately the conditions, we can try to make Born-Haber cycle, which give the formation of ionic compounds, all the steps involved. So let us take a brief idea about this Born-Haber cycle. Born-Haber cycle. This Born-Haber cycle, it gives all these steps. It gives all the steps in formation of ionic compound, formation of ionic compound 1 mole from constituent elements taken in their standard state, meaning the condition taken of temperature 25 degrees Celsius, pressure 1 atmosphere. In these conditions, the elements are found in what physical state is called the elements standard state. Like if I take formation of NaCl solid. To form NaCl solid, we require element sodium metal, it is solid, plus chlorine gas, half mole taken to form 1 mole of Cl. So in this case, that the net reaction for formation of NaCl solid, for formation the expression taken, heat of formation is given by expression delta H naught F. It is called standard enthalpy of formation. Details given of different kind of enthalpies in topic thermochemistry of chapter thermodynamics. Now it have what step involved? Sodium forms sodium ion. Before that they form sodium atoms in the vapor phase. Cl2 molecule break to form Cl atoms in the gas phase, and then sodium atom lose electron from sodium ions in the gas phase. Cl will gain electron to form Cl negative ions in the gas phase, and when we add together all these steps, this can be taken formation of NaCl in different steps. It has got one step, sodium solid to sodium vapor. In this expression, the energy involved is called sublimation enthalpy. It is called enthalpy of sublimation. If I write delta H1, it is delta H2 ionization enthalpy. It is called sublimation enthalpy. It is called dissociation enthalpy, bond breaking or bond enthalpy. This can be called what here? If I write delta H3, it is delta H4. This can be called electron gain enthalpy. And then when the ions are combining together, they form NaCl. Energy change is called here lattice energy. Energy change is called here lattice energy of the NaCl. Now this can be called delta H5. Energy involved is delta H5 in this expression. Now if you take the law of conservation of energy, it is given as in thermochemistry part Hess's law. which is based on this law of conservation of energy. We can see that in the net reaction the heat of formation of NaCl is equal to delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3 plus delta H4 plus delta H5. देखिए, if we take half mole, this all the values taken here are given kilojoules per mole. If we take half mole Cl2 तो take by 2 because all the values of delta H1, delta H2, delta H3, delta H4, delta H5 are given in kilojoules per mole. So we take all the values in kilojoule per mole. So we take half mole chlorine, so we take divide by 2. If they have suppose 2 moles of some atoms, we take 2, 3 are multiplied. So it is one law called Hess's law that says that in the net reaction the heat change is constant whether reaction occur in single step or in several steps. Adding all the steps we get this net reaction. So for this net reaction of change in enthalpy we can estimate by this equation. So the net reaction of change in enthalpy we can get by this equation. So when we add all these steps enthalpies, we get the heat of formation of NaCl. Now to favor this reaction, we require delta H naught formation overall negative. But the condition to favor the formation of ionic compounds in this reaction, if delta H naught formation is negative overall, they will favor this compound formation. If it is positive, the reaction is difficult. Now, to favor this reaction, to make delta H negative, what we require? We should have low positive values and high negative values. So when we have delta H sublimation, it's called sublimation enthalpy should be low in magnitude. देखिए इसमें क्या क्या है? ये आपका वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होगा, एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड है. यहाँ पर भी क्या है? एनर्जी पॉजिटिव होगा, रिक्वायर्ड एनर्जी है. Because to dissociate the atom to form ions, energy will be required. Required means sign positive. Release means sign is negative. For bond breaking also this value is energy required. It is positive. And this value can be negative or positive. यहाँ पे तो negative इस केस में. But whenever atom gain more than one electron, then that value can be positive also. So meaning what? If this is positive, it is positive, it is positive, then what we require? It is negative or positive, uncertain. And to make this delta H naught F overall negative, this energy is taken large negative in magnitude. So this energy will favor the formation of ionic compounds easily. This lattice energy of ionic compounds will favor because it is large negative value. This large negative means energy release. This large amount of energy released in the last step will compensate the energy required for step 1, 2 or 3 or even fourth step if required. समझ में आ रहा है? पॉइंट ठीक नहीं आ रहा है इसमें? एनर्जी आपका रिलीज हो रहा है इसमें, ये रिक्वायर्ड है. रिक्वायर्ड मींस पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज हैं, वो रिएक्शन फेवर नहीं करते हैं. हमें रिएक्शन फेवर करने में क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है? डेल्टा H शुड बी नेगेटिव ओवरऑल. और वो नेगेटिव कब होगा? सारा ऐड करने पे नेगेटिव होना चाहिए. अगर ये आपके तीन नेगेटिव वैल्यू पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज हैं, ये अनसर्टेन है, तो ये क्या होना चाहिए? हाई नेगेटिव इन मैग्नीट्यूड. हाई नेगेटिव शुड बी इन मैग्नीट्यूड, देन they can favor the formation of ionic compound or NaCl in this case. So that's the condition taken here to favor the ionic compounds. What we can take, if we take metals, they should have low enthalpy of sublimation, they should have low ionization enthalpy. If we have molecule, then for them to break, they require lower bond enthalpy, or they should have high negative electron gain enthalpy, and definitely they should have high negative value of the lattice energy that can favor the compounds or ionic compound formation. So formation can be explained in this Born-Haber cycle, which is giving all the steps involved in formation of ionic compounds. This lattice energy is what? Let us take definition. So this term taken, lattice energy, we can define two ways. देखिए, we have taken the last step, Na plus gas, Cl negative gas form NaCl solid. In this case, we have taken delta H, taken let's say minus x, it is released. If I write the backward reaction, NaCl solid dissociate to form Na plus gas plus Cl negative gas. In this case, the energy required is plus x. So we can define this term lattice energy in two ways. One, we can take definition wise. You can write down definition base का. It's the energy released during formation of one mole of ionic crystal from constituent ions in gaseous state. आप देखो इसमें आयंस दिए हैं गैस फेज में, फॉर्म NaCl, 1 mole of ionic crystal from the ions in the gas phase, then the energy released is called as lattice energy, or that is for first reaction. We can define this energy for second reaction as well. देखिए in questions this second definition taken more common in definition part of this lattice energy, because already ionic compounds are given to us. So it is second definition as it is the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of ionic crystal, 1 mole of ionic crystal into constituent ions in gas phase. It is the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of ionic crystal into constituent ions in the gas phase. जस्ट उल्टा रिएक्शन है. एक पॉइंट आप पढ़ते हैं थर्मोकेमिस्ट्री में भी देखेंगे आप आगे कि अगर आपको दो रिएक्शन दी हुई है, एक है फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन और इसका एक है बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन, तो इसमें क्या होता है, दोनों रिएक्शन में हीट चेंज आपका सेम रहेगा मैग्नीट्यूड में, बट दोनों में साइन क्या होगा इसका अपोजिट. अगर देखते हैं फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन क्या है, डेल्टा एच नेगेटिव है, वैल्यू इसका दिया है x, देन फॉर द बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस रिएक्शन डेल्टा एच इज सेम इन मैग्नीट्यूड एंड इट इज पॉजिटिव. साइन का भी बहुत सिंपल है. साइन नेगेटिव क्यों होता है, बिकॉज आयंस में जब कंबाइन करेंगे तो क्या होगा, दे डेवलप वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक अट्रैक्शन फोर्सेस. दे डेवलप वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक अट्रैक्शन फोर्स, सो एनर्जी विल बी रिलीज. अब यहाँ पर उल्टा है, आप पहले सॉलिड को ब्रेक करेंगे आयंस में, फिर टू सेंड देम इन गैस फेज वी रिक्वायर एनर्जी. एनर्जी विल बी एब्जॉर्ब, reaction become endothermic, and if the reaction is endothermic then the sign become positive for the delta H. For endothermic reaction the sign is positive for the delta H. So I hope this is clear the term. Now what are the factors affecting this term lattice energy? This lattice energy is directly proportional to Coulombic attraction force. Coulombic attraction force. And on what factor this force of attraction depends? This Coulombic attraction force, that is directly proportional to product of charges by distance square inversely, or we can write expression wise Fc can be taken K as constant or K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Z1 Z2 E square by R square. This relation you can use for Coulombic attraction force to compare the ionic compounds lattice energy, where we have Z1 Z2 are ionic valencies and R is called as inter ionic distance. It is distance between the center of two ions. It is taken as R plus R minus. Means if I suppose take one cation, one anion in contact, because in ionic compound are solids, It is nucleus of both the ions. So distance taken between center of two ions, it is r plus, it is r minus. So this distance taken is what here? R. This r is called as inter-ionic distance. It is distance between the center of two ions. One is cation, one is anion. The nearest anion and cation distance is called inter-ionic distance. बहुत सिंपल कंसेप्ट है, लॉजिक इसका देखिए. If we have ions are of high valency, then they have in them strong electrostatic attraction force. When they develop strong electrostatic attraction force, in their formation they release more energy, or to break them they require more energy accordingly. That is the product of valencies. If the two ions are having high valency, they definitely will like to have higher coulombic attraction force and therefore high lattice energy of the compound. Now second can be taken distance, inter-ionic distance. If I take here coulombic attraction force are inversely proportional to distance square. Simple point है, if the ions are having bigger size, then the nucleus they will have more distance. So what happen? The electrostatic attraction force become less. The electrostatic attraction force become less if we have more distance among the ions or size of ions are bigger. They affect many properties. This term taken, lattice energy affect many properties of the ionic compounds like solubilities. If the compound have high lattice energy, they become insoluble in water. Then melting points or boiling points, if the ionic compounds have high lattice energy or having greater coulombic attraction forces, then they will have high melting points, high boiling points, unable to move from their positions. So this several properties are linked directly with this property, lattice energy, especially solubility of the ionic compounds, and we can take this melting points of the ionic compounds. If I take an example here for the order of melting points, if I take NaCl, KCl, RbCl and CsCl, in these compounds can you tell the order of melting points? The melting point will follow the order here, this one here. Melting point will follow the order, this one here. देखिए कैसे हुआ? NaCl, KCl, RbCl सब में anion common है. सब में anion common है. Cations क्या है? Different है. Na plus, K plus, Rb plus, Cs plus. So what happen here? The size of cation increases. So what happen? Ionic compounds lattice energy or can take coulombic attraction force decrease. So what happen then? Melting point decrease accordingly. That is the order of melting points. If I take melting point order of NaF, NaCl, NaBr, NaI. In these compounds, what is the order of melting points? Again same order. Anions are different now, cation is common. So what happens in this direction when we move here? Anion का valency, anions are having same valency, but size of anion increases. Size of anion increases. So what happens? The inter-ionic attraction decreases. When the inter-ionic distance attraction decreases, then melting point decrease because of decrease in the coulombic attraction force as well. That is also can take there is decrease in the lattice energy accordingly. So for this compound, melting point decrease. This point you can apply or you can use for almost all kind of compounds. For all kind of compounds of the same metal, same oxidation number, for the fluorides they will have highest melting point, whereas for the iodides they have lowest melting point. For the fluorides they will have highest melting point, while for iodides they have lowest melting point. So I hope this order of melting point is clear. समझ में आ गया? चलिए, that is the order of melting points of these compounds or these compounds. So this is just one application, one small example. Solubility of compounds we will discuss in chapter wise inorganic chemistry. ठीक है, so that's order of melting point. Now some more properties we can take of ionic compounds. Now let us take some properties of ionic solids, ionic compounds. देखिए इसमें क्या है कि I just taken properties, this property we will explain to you. पहला property क्या है, crystalline nature. इसका meaning क्या होता है, they are actually solids, we call them commonly ionic solids, and then in solid state the different particles, ions are arranged in 3D geometry, which is regular and same in the entire crystal. Each ion have surrounding several cations, several anions or cations mutually. That each kind of ion can have several cations or anions in contact. That is their ions called as coordination number. Again depend on the geometry or the size of the ions. When we take that is called radius ratio values, which are discussed in topic solid state. That in ionic crystals or ionic solids, depending upon the radius ratio, ions can have a definite geometry around each other, but that bonds are non-directional. That bonds are non-directional, extending in all directions in 3 dimensions. What is meaning non-directional? Because each ion will attract other ions several, like each cation attracts several anions, and at the same time each anion also attracts several cations. There is no definite bonding in the ions, that they only have electrostatic attraction force. For that reason we call that ionic bonds are non-directional bonds, extending in all dimensions, 3 dimensions, and definitely because they are very strong electrostatic attraction forces. So they are solids, mostly solids, with having high melting points and boiling points. Then in solid state they are non-conductor of electricity, because in solid state the ions are held together strongly by the electrostatic attraction force, due to which they are unable to move from their positions. So in solid state they are non-conductor of electricity. But in molten state or aqueous solutions, in molten state, fused state or aqueous solutions, they will show electrical conductance. Why? On outside we pass electric current through the solution, then the ions can migrate from 1 to 2nd position. Ions are migrating under the effect of electric field only in aqueous solution, or you can take in molten state, but not solid state. Next property is solubilities. These ionic compounds are soluble in polar solvents like water. For solubility they should have high hydration enthalpy. In ions interactions, the released energy is called as hydration enthalpy. The energy released in interaction of ions with the solvent particles, water molecules commonly. The soluble mostly in water, but not all. Because for solubility we have some conditions. That conditions have been explained in topic thermochemistry part. That they should have high hydration enthalpy as compared to their lattice energy. What is the mechanism of solubilities, that have been explained in topic your thermochemistry part under enthalpy of solution heading. Next point can be taken ionic reactions. In solution when they are reacting, they will have ions. That ions directly undergo reactions. The ions undergo reactions, chemical reaction directly. Like if I take suppose reaction taken of solution of AgNO3, which can supply Ag plus ions, and solution taken Cl negative ion, NaCl, so they can form precipitate of AgCl readily. If I take solution of barium plus 2 ions, source can be barium chloride. In that solution we are adding solution of sodium sulfate, providing sulfate ions, so they can form barium sulfate, white PBT. So the reactions are occurring of directly ions in solution, because in ionic compounds when we dissolve in solution, if they are soluble, they show complete dissociation into ions, and then ions are directly reacting in the chemical reactions. Then we can take no stereoisomerism. It is the condition for the directional bonds. Like covalent compounds can show stereoisomerism, like geometrical isomerism, optical isomerism. यह पढ़ेंगे टॉपिक में आगे स्टीरियोआइसोमेरिज्म में. लेकिन वो प्रॉपर्टीज का होता है कोवलेंट कंपाउंड्स का, कि इन स्पेस the atoms or groups are attached differently in different structures, which are called isomers. But in ionic compounds what happens, they have no Covalent bonding, they are non-directional bonds due to which they cannot show stereoisomerism. And next can be taken term isomorphism, that the compound can have either same chemical formulas or they can have same electronic configurations. Such ionic compounds in which the valency of ions is same, so they will have same chemical formula, or the ions can have in them same electronic configurations. Such property called isomorphism, means same chemical formula or same electronic configuration. I explain this point with the example. Isomorphism, the property of commonly of ionic compounds that they have same chemical formula or ions can have same electronic configuration. If I take examples of both category of compounds can be taken. Like we can take first example taken of same chemical formula or same formula of the compounds. Example can be taken here, potassium sulfate and potassium dichromate. Means when they can have same formulas, like ions are having same valencies, or we can take structural arrangement. So that is example of same chemical formula. Other example taken, zinc sulfate dot 7H2O. Second compound can be FeSO4 dot 7H2O. It is called green withdrawal. It is white withdrawal. Zinc sulfate is called dot 7H2O. White color is white, so it is called white withdrawal. This compound has green color, so it is called as green withdrawal. Zinc sulfate dot 7H2O is white in color, so it is called white withdrawal. Formula is same. We can see here. Other example can be taken here, like in same electronic configuration. Example can be taken like in one case they will have same valency and same configuration both. Like example taken NaCl, magnesium oxide. In this case, sodium and magnesium ions are having same configuration, neon configuration. We take NaF. F negative and oxide ion also have same configuration. So NaF and MgO, they are having same configuration. One example. Second example can be taken like if I take K2S, it has potassium ion and sulfide ions, both are having same configuration. It can be isomorphous with KCl or CaCl2 both. K plus common हो गया, sulfide and Cl negative are also isoelectronic. Calcium plus 2 and potassium plus are isoelectronic, so is Cl negative and sulfide ion isoelectronic. Means isoelectronic as well as they will have same electronic configuration. So such compounds which are having same chemical formula, आपके लिए सिंपल है, आप आयन का देख लीजिए. अगर आयन्स का वैलेंसी सेम होता है तो we can call such compounds as isomorphic compounds. That's properties of ionic compounds. Okay. देखिए solubility based तरफ का applications है. We will study group theory chapter wise. So this topic taken ionic bonds or ionic compounds. Now next video topic is a brief introduction about the coordinate bonds.